Hello everybody, my name is Hyperxhaggis, your crazy Scottish blightman, and today I'm bringing you a guide for the killer Wraith. This is my second video in my Killer Masterclass series where I go over all the killers in Dead by Daylight and try to be as informative as I can to allow you to understand how they work so that you can try them out for yourself. To get started, I'll tell you a little bit about the Wraith. Enter in the fog with a 32 meter tear radius, 4.6 meter per second movement speed, and considered to be, again, one of the taller killers, even though we have Plaguing Artist. This chicken leg having bad boy is the second in the roster, next to Trapper, for his ease of play, using stealth and mobility to his advantage to hunt down those pesky survivors. The Wraith's power is his Wailing Bell. This allows him to cloak and become invisible from a distance. I say from a distance because when he gets close enough to a survivor, he is somewhat transparent, so they can still see his outline and hear his breathing noises. Benefits of being cloaked are that not only is the Wraith invisible from a distance, but he also has increased movement speed and is granted the undetectable status effect. He can also break things faster. The undetectable status effect, if you don't know, completely removes your red stain and tear radius, so this will apply anytime you use the Wraith's cloaking ability. While in cloak, however, you cannot attack or grab any survivors, but you can do things such as break pallets, breakable doors, and kick generators. A common tactic used while in cloak as Wraith is body blocking windows and pallets to deny survivors any escape or stun while you're chasing them. Doing this allows you to buy yourself more time to uncloak so you can get a hit on them. So, you learned in my last video that every killer has their own 3 unique perks. Here are the Wraiths. We have Bloodhound, Predator, and Shadowborn. Bloodhound makes it so that the pools of blood from injured survivors are brighter, not to be confused with scratch marks, and they last 4 seconds longer than usual before fading away. Predator shows you the survivor's aura for 4 seconds whenever they escape a chase, but has a cooldown of 40 seconds. And finally, Shadowborn gives you a 10% haste whenever you're blinded for 10 seconds. I mistakenly left this out in my last video, but it's worth noting that the values in the perks such as percentages and how long they last differ if they are a lower tier perk. All of the perks I'm using are tier 3, so they're pretty much as good as they get. An example would be that tier 1 Predator would actually have a cooldown of 60 seconds as opposed to tier 3 of 40. Tier 2 Predator is 50 seconds. As for add-ons, I always advise not using them when you're trying to learn a new killer, but the ones that I would highly recommend are any of the Swift Hunt add-ons or the Shadow Dance add-ons. You can see that in terms of rarity, we have purple very rare, Swift Hunt, we have a blue one which is rare, and we have a green one which is uncommon. For Shadow Dance, we have purple very rare and blue rare. The Swift Hunt add-ons increase uncloaking speed, and your Shadow Dance add-ons increases the speed of vaulting windows, breaking pallets or walls, and damaging generators by 40% while cloaked. Taking this into consideration, the better the rarity, the better the percentage. So, if you look at Shadow Dance here, you can see that it increases the speed of vaulting windows, breaking pallets or walls, and damaging generators by 60%, whereas the blue one only gives you 40%. And the same applies for the Swift Hunt. For my gameplay today, I'm going to be using Swift Hunt White and Shadow Dance White. But there are other add-ons that play really well for certain builds, such as his Iridescent add-on here, All Seeing Spirit. It's a good gen defense add-on, as it allows you to see the repair progress of any generators by the intensity of their aura. And then if we have a look at, where is it? His Blink add-on. This is a really good add-on for a hit and run pressure build, as it allows you to cloak faster, allowing you to make your way to another survivor quicker after you get a hit on someone else. So this is where I throw a spanner into the works. The Wraith might have a stealth power, but when you think about it, all of his perks are chase related, and he has the benefits of movement speed on his side while he's in cloak. Not to mention those uncloaking speed add-ons that I recommend. Meaning that the Wraith is the perfect killer for chasing survivors, as opposed to complete stealth. You can still try to sneak around and jump scare survivors, but in the end, every killer has to chase their prey to get them onto the hook, and Wraith has a toolkit just to do that quicker. With that in mind, let's jump into some Wraith gameplay and I'll show you what you can do. Temple of Purgation. Start off, look for information, any birds. There's a big main building in the way so we can't see this side. Oh, I hear a generator. Hi Nia. Let's commit to the Nia chase. And she went the other side. She gets this done. We're gonna break and pursue. Stop batch in progress actually. Oh, there's actually no pallet here. We can go for this. A little bit of sluggy wuggy. That's a balanced landing. Just commit. Go for Felita again. Where'd she go? There she is. I do think there's a beamer save inbound. Or a sable. Both, maybe. Right, we jump into cloak. We'll take the blast mine. See if we can track Nia. Bloodhound coming in clutch. Just gotta sort of try and manage everything around it all at once here. Someone is going to try and get the pallets done. Maybe not. We'll chance it. On the hook she goes. Make sure nobody's trying to touch up that gen. Probably try and run to save her on the outskirts over here, so stick to that. The double noises there. We can get a hit on her as well. Up she goes. Plan now, kick this gen, and then we'll head straight back to Nia's hook. Give them all the pressure that we can muster. Actually, where was the hook? It's over here. Here's Ada. Take a quick pallet to the face. She's gonna shack, so head over where they all are. Try and slow down their healing and whatnot. So this is how it's gonna be. The altruism on the survivors is quite high in this game. Beamer save. Which is alright. And we got double the beamer save. Sorry, double the blind. I should rather do that while I was in cloak, so I'll get extra stun. Now, when she tried to do that third blind there, I was looking down, so it done nothing. Instead of getting the distance, she was obsessed with getting the blinds. We just head outside. Look down. Follow her using my headset, and there we go. There's Nia lurking in the distance. We'll do here, so fake going to that hook and we'll go to this one instead. Nice little double window vault to throw her off there. And it worked. So hook Nia. And then the same tactic. Back over here. Actually forgot which one it was that I hooked. Going for the double vault. Nice little bit of backtracking. There you go. You can sit next to that med kit that you wanted so badly. Ada, how's it going? Now she ain't gonna want to body block us because she's on Defik, so that's why she just left Ada straight away. You will see some survivors try and do that though. No matter what hook state they're on, they'll try and body block you if you've managed to get either an injured survivor that's got to save, or if you manage to injure them before they get to save. Just go straight here. That worked out well. Got a general idea where they're coming from, so we'll just look out for information. Oh, they're both on the gen. Let's go for the one that's got the flashlight, and that way we get the other Salita trying to rescue her. Or she'll have a flashbang if she's got it, which I doubt. Right, this opens up the basement for us. A little bit of mind game. I think, is this basement here? Yes, it is. I think this Salita might actually be on Defect though. Not sure. Yep. There's the Leah. And this here. This hook is going to take us to endgame, where the hatch is going to spawn, because we know she's dead. Okay, so we can just roam in his cloak form, where we're faster, also undetectable, and that way if we find Hatch or we find Ada, all we gotta do is either close Hatch or uncloak and get Ada. She is injured. And there we go. We've got Ada nearby. And that's our 4K. Cheeky little DC from the Ada as we more rare. So, there you have it. After showing you the Wraith being played with his 3 unique perks, I encourage you to go ahead and try him out for yourself. With excellent chase potential, the ability to deny survivors pallet stuns or window vaults if you're tactical enough, and his general mobility, well cloaked overall, I highly recommend this killer if you understand the basics, but want to switch things up a little from playing Trapper. Keep in mind, if you want to change things up even more, his add-ons like All-Seeing Spirit would be good for a gen defense build, and his Blink add-on or a hit and run pressure build. Some of the clips I featured at the beginning of this video actually feature those builds being used, so I recommend going back and screenshotting the perks and such if you're interested in trying them out. This video is a little lengthy compared to my last, but I think that it's important to be as in-depth as I can, and while showing gameplay, keep everything as whole as I can, to show you that basically not every game goes well. May it be down to poor luck, survivors having builds that counter mine, or just myself making mistakes along the way. I did manage to get the 4K in the end, but you can't win them all. All that being said, I hope that this video has contained some useful information that you can go ahead and try the Wraith out for yourself and hopefully get some 4Ks. If you would like to share any of your thoughts, be sure to leave a comment. I appreciate any feedback I get from these videos as it will help me to improve. To see more of this content, consider subscribing, as I'll be bringing more Killer Masterclass videos and other content out in the future. I also stream both Survivor and Killer on Twitch, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Hyperxhaggis, but I'll have the link in the description, so feel free to stop by. My name is Hyperxhaggis. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll maybe even see you in the fog.